Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet a front post and a back post double crochet, which can be used to make the brim of a hat. This is where we're going to make the brim, and this will be the top of the hat. So basically, we're going to learn how to make this stitch right here. It's an alternation of the front post and the back post double crochet with a single crochet in the last row. I usually like to make the rim of the hat a different color unless the hat is monotonous. We're going to attach the slip knot to the bottom corner of our project. Pull the yarn through and make a slip stitch. To start off the rim of the hat, we're going to make a row of single crochet in every stitch. If this was a baggy hat, you would do a decrease of every other stitch or every 2 or 3 stitches in order to bring the hat in before you do the rim. Because this hat fits the average head circumference, we're not going to decrease at all. So do 1 single crochet in every stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through both loops. Continue the stitch until you reach the first single crochet. Now we're at the beginning of the row. The single crochet looks a little bit bulkier. That's because we did a slip stitch before we did our single crochet. Now slip stitch into the top of the first single crochet. Now we're going to start with the actual front and back post double crochet. First, chain 2. To make a front or back post double crochet, we do not work the top like what we usually do. We work around the stitch itself. Because it's a single crochet row, around the stitch is under the V. We're going to start a double crochet as normal by yarning over. Then we're going to insert our hook into the front of the stitch. Then we're going to insert our hook through the gap of the other side of that same stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. That's how you make a front post double crochet. To make a back post double crochet, we're going to yarn over and we're going to insert our hook from behind the stitch. Insert your hook into the space besides the same stitch and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Those are back post double crochet. Again, we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into the front of the stitch. Insert your hook into the other side of that same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to insert our hook behind the stitch and into the space right next to that same stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Alternate between making a front post double crochet and a back post double crochet in every stitch. I'll meet you at the start of the round. Alright, we reached the end of our round and now it's time to make our back post double crochet. If you started with the even number of stitches, you should end with the back post double crochet. Alright, so we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go behind that stitch and through the other side and pull up a loop. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. What we're going to do is slip stitch into the first stitch. Not into the chain 2, but into the first front post double crochet. This is the ribbed stitching. Make sure it goes to about 9 inches. Right now, we're at 7.5, so maybe 2 or 3 more rows. This should our stretch. I'm going to do 1 more row to show you how this is going to look like, so there's no confusion. We're going to start it off the same. We're going to chain 2. We'll be going around the post of the previous double crochet stitches. The post is the double crochet itself, therefore crocheting in the gaps underneath the V. So we're going to yarn over. If you can see that there's another stitch right before the first front post double crochet, that is your chain 2. We're not going to make a stitch into that. We're going to go into the space in between that chain 2 and the double crochet. So we're inserting a hook into that space and then going through the other side of that stitch and pulling up a loop. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. This makes a very pronounced front post double crochet. We're going to yarn over, and behind the project we're going to insert our hook in the space before the back post double crochet. Insert your hook into the next space, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. In every front post stitch we're going to make a front post double crochet, and in every back post stitch we're going to make a back post double crochet. Repeat this pattern for the entire round. I'm on the last stitch and we're going to make a back post double crochet just as normal. Skip the chain 2 and slip stitch into the first front post double crochet. As you can see, the edges are really starting to form. And it's really stretchy. Depending on the height of the hat, you can maybe make the rim about an average of 2 inches. Continue this pattern until you reach a height you're happy with. To make it even neater, add a row of single crochet at the last row. After that, you should end up with something like this. I used a 5mm for this, so the stitches ended up a little bit tighter and a little neater. The tighter the hook size, the tighter your stitching is going to be, and the tighter that the rim is going to fit on your head. Thank you guys so much for watching.